Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Happy Q4, October 1st. Lots of things today. Welcome in. Going to pack some stuff. I did pack everything up until Monday night that was supposed to go out. So this is basically all yesterday's sales. Not a ton. Couple on Poshmark, Depop, eBay, the norm. But we'll go over what sales I had and whatever you guys want to talk about. For those of you who don't know, yesterday I spent all day thrifting with Bearded from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We thrifted nonstop, other than we ate what's a lunch dinner? It's not a brunch, it's a whatever. We ate a lunch dinner and that's it. Yeah, went to like 17 to 20 thrift stores. We hit a ton. So I did get enough stuff to do a haul video. I will be recording that today and probably releasing that today. So look out for that. Goals for October. Maria, welcome in. First comment, I like it. What's up, Amy D? Melissa, welcome in. We need a thrift haul. Yes, I'm going to do one. Leroy, good morning. Goals for October. You guys been watching me long enough. I'm not one to set goals. I should, right? I should be like, these are my goals, and you watch me. I just want to consistently list. Just consistently list. I have a storage unit full of fall and winter items, so I just need to consistently list those items. I think I definitely will now. I'll definitely be able to list 10 to 20, maybe even more a day. Feeling good, have a good schedule going on, have nothing coming up. Soccer's winding down, all the things that take up time, going to be doing that. So that's what's up. Q4 goals, just keep listing. This is the time. And January is always a good month for me. From now until January, like the best time of year for me. February is when it drops off. So list a whole bunch. If you're interested in doing Whatnot, this is the time of year people like spending money. So I would hit Whatnot, do some Whatnot stuff. Also look for deals. My goal actually is not on the listing side, kind of. It's more of I want to find other ways to source the thrift stores. So maybe more estate sales or find some sort of ways to source besides thrift stores. Beard and I were talking yesterday, 4 or 5 years ago, if I would have went thrifting from 9 to 9, I would have probably had 200 to 300 pieces. And that's not the case anymore. So I definitely want to find other ways to source. I'm not freaking out or anything, but it would just be nice to do that. Good morning. How long do you like to spend at each thrift store? Kevin, good question. Summer, good morning. So each thrift store, this is how I do it. So every put out color tags. I don't have a tag, color tag. If you watch, make sure we're reconnecting. Boop. Connection loss. You might be. And it's spinning. Boop. You find me? Did you find me? Am I back? Let me see. Reconnecting. Let's go over to YouTube. See if I'm live. Am I live? I am. It says I'm streaming. Okay, let's see. We connected? We good? Okay, we're back. All right, sorry about that. If you guys can hear me or say whatever, put a thumbs up in the chat. But yeah, how long do I spend at each back? Thanks, Amy D. Each thrift store. What I do is we have color tags. Every week they put out a new color. We have about 5 colors in rotation. So since I go thrifting weekly, multiple times a week, I know what color they put out. So I'm able, they stick out too like a sore thumb. I'm able to go down the aisles and look at those colors they put out that week. Look at all those colors. Then the next week, I know I've already looked at the colors from the previous week, and so have all the other thrifters. I'm looking at the new colors of this week. So I can go in and out of thrift stores really, really fast. Go through all the jackets, all the men's jeans, all the men's clothing, usually the women's jeans. What other sections do I go through? I don't go through t-shirts. I'll go through some of the women's sweaters, see if any of them stick out to me, like some of the holiday sweaters right now. Anything that's got like an Aztec. That's kind of my MO in the thrift store. Have my car go to the next one, so I don't have to look through every item and look through all the items that I've seen in previous weeks because I know them by the color of the tags. Bearded, on the other hand, he had to go through everything, but he's super quick. Good morning, Gladys. Can't wait to see my haul. Yep, I was going to have a haul. Now, it's going to be realistic. It's good. It's a realistic haul. You guys know me. I'm not going to be on there and be like, look at this $300 item, because that's just not the case. It's not that way for me anymore. It's really rare for me to find a home run or grand slam at the thrift store. Not to say that I don't find them, but it's the bread and butter stuff, which is what makes up most of our businesses. Blaine, good morning. Blaine Charles. Good morning, Gladys. Pam's in the house. Kim, good morning. Chef, what's up? All right, let's get to packing some items. Like I said, we're going to pack some stuff, and then I'm going to record that video. We'll go ahead and get eBay out of the way. I had some good sales, though. I'm not going to lie. I had a coat sell for like $200 or maybe a little bit more than that, all that sort of thing. First item is going to Jess. Really good. It's a good item. I just wish it had. So I love these Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. I really like them when they have the padding and the stitching throughout here and throughout the sleeves. Then it's a true like rugby shirt. But normally, you guys know I don't buy these cotton 2-button Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. This one's striped. It's a little bit unique. It sold for $18.99, and I paid $5 for it. Found a new brand to me yesterday. Yeah, guys, if you find new brands, or let me know how your sales are. We chatting here. New brand to me yesterday, Boomba. It's rolling baseball travel bag. Boomba. All right. That's also another thing I do. Good. Thanks for bringing that up. Boomba, everybody. I do a walk through the hard goods. When I go to the thrift stores too. I do a walk through the hard goods. A lot of you guys know that I will pick up hard goods. Most of the time I sell them locally on Facebook Marketplace if it's a big item that I don't want to ship. But yeah, I do walk through the hard goods. Sometimes I'll walk through the cutlery section and see if I can see any Cutco, because I've found Cutco plenty of times. Here we go. What's up, Nick? I'm with you on that. I found a lot of Nick, I saw your pictures yesterday. Your carts were full. Found a lot of good items yesterday, probably around 150 pieces. I don't think a single one is over $100. That's exactly how I feel, Nick. Exactly how I feel. The only piece that I got was over $100 was given to me. I ran into my buddy Jack. He gave me a Burberry jacket. So I owe him some stuff. But yeah, exactly. That's just the way it is. So when you watch my haul video later today, you're going to see that it's bread and butter, but it might be brands that you don't know about. And also we get to talk, chilling. What's up, Angry Otter? What's up in there? I found an Orvis bag yesterday. I can't believe you're sitting on a collection. Those things are huge money. I know. Nick, I have 3 carry-on bags and a handheld bag. You're going to see it in my haul video because they're right like where I stand. But yeah, those Orvis bags, I'll show you guys real quick what we're talking about. I'll go over to eBay, shoot you guys over there. Vintage Orvis green bag. So right here, look at these. These are what you're looking for. This like duck canvas. Now there's a lot of lookalikes. So you're going to go be like, oh, I found one, but it's not it. But yeah, these bags sell for really good money. Look at that. Nice leather, nice canvas. They're classic. I mean, they're definitely like East Coast, just that classic look. Now here you go. Green carry on. Now these, I have some of these. These are what I have. I have 3 of these, and 2 of them have the pockets on the side. Let's see if I can find one. Like a bajillion pockets on the side. None of these have those. So this is just like the regular carry-on. I have 1 of those, and then I have some with the pockets on the side. This might be it. Let's go over here and look. How does this side look on that? Nope. That's not even it. That's just a regular one. But yeah, they sell for really good money. Those are Orvis bags. So be on the lookout for those. Nick found one. Yeah, I love finding those. All right. Second item that I sold. Colts. I know you're going to be surprised I didn't keep this. I just don't see myself wearing this. That's why. But this is a Colts Lululemon sweatshirt. I've seen 2 of these out before where I live. Obviously, I live in Indy. Why is it so messed up? Obviously, I live in Indy, so we're the Colts. But look around your neck of the woods. Maybe, Nick, you're in Chicago. Maybe the Bears have one. But Colts Lululemon hoodie sold for $27.99. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more niche because people from Indianapolis like the Colts. But, yeah. What do we call the Ralph Lauren long sleeve shirts that only have like 3 buttons at the top? It's like a half pullover, half button down. It's weird. Yes, Carrie, I don't know the exact name for those, but sometimes I put like button pullover shirt. I don't know. So what she's talking about is you find a Ralph Lauren shirt, and it has usually like 3 buttons, like not like a 3 button like that shirt I just showed you that are close together. There are 3 buttons that are separated like this, and then they stop here, and there are no more buttons down here. And it's like a pullover. I forget what those are called. I've found them plenty of times. They don't go for like crazy money or anything. It's not a super like rare, desirable piece, but I have found them. I don't know the name of them. Checking out with the Hitachi Magic Wand had me feeling like Hayway Shop. Though I'm selling mine, not for personal use. You're selling yours, the Hitachi Magic Wand? Oh God. Oh my gosh. Good Guy Flips, what's up? Go, as in, or goo, as in yo. Just found an LA Clippers Lululemon sweatshirt. Had to look it up. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing they're just collabing. Lululemon's collabing with a lot of. I mean, I know they collab with Disney. I know they collab with places like Orange Theory and Peloton. Must be NFL teams now too, and NBA teams. 3/4 button. There you go. Jill said 3/4 button. Yeah, you can even put Henley in there maybe if you want. It's not a true Henley. Here you go. Someone said a popover. That kind of sounds like it. Popover kind of sounds like it. Good morning. Have you given any thoughts to bringing back live thrifting? I have. It's just a problem. I've talked about it often. Like I said earlier, when I used to do live thrifting 3 years ago, I'd go to the thrift store and be able to get a cart full. It was really entertaining for you guys and helpful. But now I go in, I'm usually leaving this thrift store with like 5 items, 10 items max. I just don't feel like it's going to be beneficial to everybody. I feel like doing thrift hauls are better. I do like talking to everybody, but I just don't feel like it's super beneficial. These are Legend brand jeans by Lucky. These are Lucky brand Legend. I have only found these a handful of times. These are the white oak denim. So they're white oak cone denim. If you find any Levi's with white oak cone denim, you usually want to pick it up because they're salvaged and they're going to be worth some money. So you see the little red stripes are salvaged. They're going to be worth a little money. These, I took a best offer of $30 for these. $30 on these. I've had these listed for a long time. I actually had to retake photos of them. These and a couple other pairs just because they weren't selling. And they were all my background. The pictures didn't look great. So retook pictures of them. I'm going to put this in a ground padded flat rate, to be honest. I found a double RL one, so I grabbed it. There you go. Double RL. It's been a minute since I found double RL in the wild. Over a year, probably. Definitely over a year. I have not found double RL. I haven't found Purple Label in a minute either. quarter button on those shirts, quarter button. So the Henleys, it's not a true Henley. Let me make sure this is going to the right person. I'm trying to think if I have a Henley close by. Henley are usually very close buttons, maybe about down to here, and usually no collar. These are usually collared shirts with buttons about halfway down. I wish I had one to show you. I don't think I do. I don't think I have one to show you. What do I do? What do I use for stains? Good question. So I'll take you over here. For those who are new to, I made a website. It's super nice. Just kidding. All it is this. It's surfsupfinds.com. And what I have on there is the Nifty free trial. I also put auto posture because that's what it used to be called. And then you can look at my store. I'm open book. You can look at all my sales and look at my store. And you go to Amazon products I use. So these are what I use. I use this for ties. I use this for hats, which I found a cool Ralph Lauren hat yesterday. You saw me using these during my whatnot the other day. These are great for shoes. The best lights in the world. Highly recommend them. Trust me, I've been through multiple lights. I don't use these for stains. This is what I use for stains, this Shout. And you get 3 big bottles. They last forever. This Shout works great. I know there's a lot of different stain removers, and people are going to probably in the chat be like, I use this, I use that. Feel free to use any of that. These work great, and I can get a look same day, like all this stuff, same day. But yeah, these work great. So you can go to surfsupfinds.com, see that. And that's what I use. I spray it, I agitate it a little bit, throw it in the washer. Lunch dinner equals Leonard. Yeah, we had Leonard at Torchy's Tacos, which is so good. Every time we come, we used to go to Corn's, which is like the Korean corn dog. Torchy's Tacos is so much better. I love Torchy's. What do you think the reason is for not finding it as much as in past years? Good Guy Flips. I definitely think there are more people out there thrifting. And also our Goodwills are doing a lot more shopgoodwill.com, like they call it shop. So a lot of items that are $25 and over, they do it. But I don't know. Maybe more people not donating and selling their own, not thrifting. But again, it's so hit and miss. I can go into a store and get a cart full. And I can go into a store and not get anything. It really is just timing, hit and miss. Nick knows it. He's been doing it in Chicago. Someone rolls out a cart and it's got like all good stuff. Yesterday I got a ton of women's stuff. For some reason, all of a sudden now I'm getting all this women's stuff, which you guys know I do whatnots with women's stuff. I found like Lafayette 148, the Foul Raven, like really nice dresses. I've always called the long sleeve polo shirts. Shout is the bomb. Shout is the bomb. I take it back in a bathrobe now that I remember. What are you talking about? You take it back in the back. What are you talking about, Nick? Hello, Q4 is my favorite time of year, and I have looked forward to Q4. Thanks for sharing the product links. You're welcome. Yeah, so first came in. Q4 starts today. By the way, guys, okay, let's get in here. This is what I'm just going to show you straight up what I do. Act like I'm some genius. By the way, they reached out and they wanted me to do that. So eBay has a winter seller check-in, and they want me to do like a speak during it. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm not doing it unless I'm getting paid, because that takes away time from my work. So speaking of that, eBay store coupon. Okay, let's go over. Sell. Gonna go to actually go over here. My eBay. Gonna go down to just my eBay. Gonna go down to account, and seller account. No, I don't think that's it. Nope, that's not it. looking for my coupon code. I'll show you exactly what I get. Business policy, shipping preference for seller disclosure. Which one is it, guys? Request selling subscriptions. Traffic, store newsletter, promote your store. Where's it at? You guys are in here. I'm looking for my sales stuff. Thought it'd be in here. Let me look back again. Time away, seller capital, applications, business policies, seller disclosure. You'd think it'd be easy. You think it'd be right there. Subscription, seller capital. Where's it at? Where's it at? You guys know? We'll go back to Google. eBay, seller, quarterly coupon. Quarterly coupon. There we go. eBay quarterly coupon. Where do I go to find my eBay quarterly coupon? That's what I want. That's what I want. Subscriber discounts. Boom. Okay. So I'm at my subscriber discounts. I get a $50 coupon for shipping supplies. There's the coupon. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to start shopping. I'm going to do it right now. It's Q4, so I can start it. What I get are the poly mailers that are big. So like these guys, poly mailers, these 14.5 right here, what I get. So what they do is they give you $50. Is that the size I get? Those aren't padded, right? Let me look. These have gone up in price if that's the case. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's probably, these are all the things you can order with your store. I've ordered stickers before. Dumb. I don't use them. A lot of people get the tape. Yeah, I think that's the size I get. That is the size I get right there. All right, so I'm not even going to use what I could do. $40. So I won't use all 50 because I'm not about to spend. Yeah, I'll use my 50. So I'll spend an extra $15 and get double the envelopes. Buy it now. And then I'll enter my coupon code right here. Enter code, coupon, apply. So I'm paying $20. Pay with my PayPal, and those will be on my way. Boop. So you guys just watch me buy my stuff. So those are the poly mailers that I get, and those I'll show you here in a second. Order confirmed. All right. So thanks. Now everyone's saying it. My bad. So these are what I order. So I'll have 200 of these come in, and what I pay about $19. So I paid about $19 for these, for 200 of these. These are great in the winter. I'll be able to fit all sorts of big things, sweatshirts, sweaters, all those sorts of things. Really good. Thanks, Piece of Scrap. Look at you guys. All of you guys know it. So it's Q4. Order your stuff. All right. Let's do our next item. So those were Lucky Jeans salvage. This person canceled 2 sales. Here is a men's cotton Brooks Brothers shirt with the same color hit in the middle. It's got the Brooks Brothers fleece. You guys know I always pick these up, and I always price them at $21.99. This sold via promoted listing. eBay will take $19 out of it. It's just bread and butter. I mean, that's what I find, and I will just pick these up all day, every day. I swear, if I could find these in polo shirts, I could list 50 of these a day and sell 15 to 20 a day, probably. And mark a sale. The next item is really good. The next item is a really good sale, part of a bulk buy. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren jacket. So Polo Ralph Lauren, like a flight jacket, like a bomber jacket. I mean, to be honest, if people see this right here, they might not think it's Polo Ralph Lauren, but nowadays, most resellers know this is great. Flight jackets, you're going to have the Sherpa right here. You're going to have that right there. The reason they made them, this is like a mock of what they used to have back in the day, is because it was very cold in those cockpits. So sold this, took a best offer of $255. I was asking $299 for this, and someone came in at $255. I wasn't even going to mess with counter offering. I wanted to take that sale as a guaranteed pay. I didn't want to mess. I didn't want to lose that sale. Not to say that this wouldn't sell again, but that was a good sale right there. Good morning, Jackie. I finally got an email from USPS. Ground Advantage boxes and bags are being mailed. Okay, Jackie, how long did that take? Because I went back in and I ordered more via email instead of calling this time, because I just didn't have a lot of time. How long did it take you to get that email back? Because they said, we'll contact you via email when we ship your items or whatever. So this was a good sale, $255 for that jacket. Pack it up in a bag, put it in one of my own boxes, and ship it. This one's going to California. I might have switched it to priority if it were $1 more, but shipping it to California, it was like $8 or $9 more. Yeah, that jacket is a banger. That was not a thrift store find, though. That was a bulk buy. Definitely want to make sure it's going to the right person. Let's go. I still think I have some of those stickers. See if I do. If I do, they deserve a sticker. I do. So I still have these stickers. You can get them. They just say thank you. They just say thank you, eBay, like that. So put that on there and do that one. Good morning. Happy day. What's up, Susie? What's up, Amy D? That's your only box you're getting, girl. I sent the email on September 5th. Wow. So almost a month delayed. When I called, I got my items like 4 days later. So you guys are looking to get some of these Ground Advantage items for Poshmark or for eBay. Someone posted or commented in my last Facebook post that, hey, they called the post office and you can use it for anything that's ground. So that's what the word is. I haven't heard anyone say you can't. All I've heard is you can. I ordered USPS boxes Wednesday, email Thursday, boxes came today. Ordered UPS boxes on Wednesday, email Thursday, boxes came today. Wow. Maybe there's hope. Maybe I will get some. Boy, if that's the case, I'm just going to keep on keeping on with these. I'm going to keep on keeping on with these. These are great. All right, 1980. This was a Nifty sale. Polo Ralph Lauren, kind of a thicker flannel shirt. You guys know I'll just pick any Polo Ralph Lauren up for the most part. $5. Sold for $19.80. Nifty sent out an offer. Now, I don't have best offers on any of my Polo Ralph Lauren shirts like this, except for I have Nifty send out 10% on all my items on eBay. So sometimes that happens. No big deal. And you saw my website earlier where I had that free trial on Nifty and discount for first month. Took me over 2 weeks. Shipping confirmation for USPS boxes after mailing them. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I mean, obviously, I think since the big switch just happened, everyone's going to be ordering them, calling them, emailing them. As time goes on, it will smooth out. People will just, consistently order, and they'll have those consistent. They'll have an idea how many they'll be getting in, how many requests, all that sorts of things. This is going to Joseph. Where's it going? Joseph, Oklahoma. Polo Ralph Lauren. I love it. What triggered the Polo Ralph Lauren craze? That's a good question, Shelly. You guys are full of good questions. Okay, I'll tell you exactly, because some of you guys are new. KY used to call it the Surf's Up method, which it kind of was at the time. So I would say close to 3 years ago. Again, I was going into thrift stores and buying everything. I wasn't really buying stuff that would sell for under $20, because I'm spending 5 minutes taking photos and listing it. I wasn't doing that. I was talking to one of my buddies who's I talk to him often, very smart, especially business minded, very successful guy. And he was talking about what's something that you come across that you go to every thrift store that you come across all the time that you normally wouldn't pick up. I'm like, I come across Polo Ralph Lauren shirts all the time, and no one really picks those up because they sell for like $18, $20. He's like, if you're there and you're touching them at every thrift store, why not pick them up? So like, you know what? I'll try that. I'll try picking those up, and I'm going to try a few different methods. I lotted them up. I made them like $15, $16, lotted them up. That's one way. I also did them separately, and I priced them higher. And then I had them a promotion fee on them, not a promotion fee, but a discount sale running on them. And then I priced them low at the low end of the market with no discount. And that's what sold the most. So that's why I went that route. So that's what started with my Ralph Lauren craze as far as just button up shirts. Finding something that I see all the time that most people don't pick up, that most people don't want a $10 to $12 profit on, that I can list very, very quickly. I can take photos of those very quickly, sell similar to those, have the item photoed and listed in less than 2 minutes. That's what I did. And K-Way coined it the surf's up method, but that can work with a lot of different items. For example, if they marked American Eagle jeans down to $5, I think I would probably buy, or $4 or $5, I think I'd buy every American Eagle jean I found. If Levi jeans were marked down to like $2, $3, $4, I'd buy every Levi's jeans that I find. And I would do the same thing with those. So that's just what I did. It depends where you live too. I know if I go in rural Indiana, there are a lot of times I find a lot of Ariat, a lot of Carhartt, things like that you could list often, find often. Is there a set amount that can be ordered for Ground Advantage supplies? Danny, I honestly don't know. When I told her, I was trying not to be too like picky. I ordered like 200 of these. I ordered like 50 of each type of boxes, and they just were like, okay, we'll send them your way. I wasn't trying to be like too greedy, but now that I'm thinking like, maybe I'll just call especially they don't keep track. I don't think they care. They're getting paid for hourly. I'll just call every, once in a while and be like, hey, every week I need 50 more of each. So at least these. Good morning from Bucky's. What's up, Bucky's? What up, Bucky's? This morning, it sounds good to have a banana pudding from Bucky's. Neil, good morning. What information do we need to provide when ordering the new Ground Advantage supplies? Good question, Leroy. What I had to supply was my Poshmark name, and then my address and maybe my phone number. But that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. My Poshmark name, my username, my address, and my phone number. Pretty sure that's it. Wish I was in town yesterday to see you, Bearded Pam, to see us. Yeah, I'm telling you, we were in and out of the thrift store so quick. I mean, I barely even saw Bearded come in and out of the thrift store, and I was with them. There's no set amount. You can order as many as you want. There you go. D said it. Here's my first Ground Advantage order. Box, quantity 25. Ground Advantage box 2, because there are different kind of boxes. On the website, it shows you boxes 1, boxes 2, padded envelope, and then there's like a paper envelope. So this is what they're talking about. Ground Advantage poly envelope ordered 100. Ground Advantage poly envelope 3 ordered 100. Ground Advantage paper cushion mailers ordered 50. There you go. So that's what you can do. I like that. That's very like, I want a little bit of everything, especially with Q4. If they are to question you, be like, I sell hundreds of items and it's Q4. I'm expecting thousands to come in. So I've been selling Polo Ralph Lauren 2X and 4XB this weekend. There you go. Yeah, those are great sizes. You're dead on American Eagle and Levi's. You have any men's jeans at the bottom of the end of the market. And Nick preaches this all the time because he goes between the racks and the bins. He preaches this often. If you can find American Eagle and Levi's jeans and price them at the bottom end of the market, you'll have 100% sell-through rate on those. Usually, like he said, the general sell-through rate's awful, but if you can price at the bottom end of the market, and I was ran into multiple people yesterday that are thrifters, and I talked to them, and one of the thrifters was like, yeah, I bought something, there are 100 listed and like 8 sold. I'm like, yeah, but if they sell for $30 and you're buying it for 4, you list yours for 25 and it will sell, be the first one to sell. You have 100% sell-through rate. He's like, you're right. So that's how you got to think about it. It just has to have people buying them. If there's 100 listed and none sold, that's when I stay away. Speaking of, they say an end date for ordering free shipping supplies. No, I don't think there will be an end date because Poshmark switched over to it. So USPS is doing it. I think, I don't think there's an end date. What's up, Brock? Good morning. I called twice and was on hold for over 20 minutes. A message came on to me and asked me to leave a message. I left the message. I haven't heard back. I still don't have the Ground Advantage supplies. Dang piece of scrap. Someone told me the other day they called it like 7 p.m. at night. I don't know. I called it in the middle of the day. I was in my garage doing my normal thing, so it might have been like 2 or 3 o'clock. Please hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Yeah, again, hit that thumbs up. If you guys are watching this, if you're watching it later, let's go down, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let's see if we can get those thumbs up more. Levi's and American Eagle are my top 3 sellers every month for those very reasons. The women's move as well too, especially American Eagle. Good to know. Again, our jeans are $7.99, so I just don't have that pricing ability to make it worth it. But if they were $5, I know that $3 makes a difference, but it's that $10 to $12 threshold. But yeah, here's another Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. So you're gonna say I sold another one of these. I bought a few of these white ones. And this is actually one of those ones that are an 18 by 30. It's not a number, or it's not a letter size. It's a number size. So I picked it up because they actually have been selling for me. And it's all white, sold for $22.99 in just a couple days. So good pickup on these. These all white Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. I have another one I sold on Poshmark. I've sold 4 in the past since this weekend. 4 all white. 4 all white. I sold 52 pairs of jeans in September. Only Levi's and American Eagle. Maybe 1 pair lucky. See, that makes me want to go to the bins. But I feel like there are a lot of people at the bins that probably do that. But I have long arms. I can reach over them. I mean, look at that. I can reach over them. $22.99 on that Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. $22.99. Those baggy mom jeans, American Eagle ones are super good. There you guys go. Yeah, baggy's super in right now. I get it. They feel good. They're not super tight. You're not like, if I gain weight, you're like, no, these fit good. These fit well. I'm a pound bigger than yesterday morning, and I feel good. I don't feel self-conscious. I called 7 a.m. and got someone right away. There you go. 7:30 a.m. to do it. Call them. I mailed them and have my stuff in 2 weeks. Okay, I'll let you guys know. I emailed them Monday. Let's see how long it takes. The phone call took me 3 or 4 days to get my items. We'll see how long the email takes. What number do we call for Georgia supplies? It's the same number, I think, for all of them. If you go back to my last live on Facebook, you will see a lot of people that put the number there. Does anyone know the USPS phone number? There it is. It's in my last live. People put it. Find a clean white shirt and impressive. Is impressive. I know. It's brutal. It is. So what Nick's saying is to find a clean white shirt is impressive. Yesterday, I passed on an Eaton white shirt because it had a little bit of yellowing on the collar. And it's tough to find a plain white shirt. Yeah, for sure. Which are your top selling brands? I can show you that real quick. So we'll go over to Nifty, and we'll go over to my analytics, and we'll go to my insights, and we'll do the last 3 months. Last 3 months, best-selling brands: Polo Ralph Lauren, Nike, Ralph Lauren, so more Ralph Lauren, Brooks Brothers, and Levi's. Okay, so those are my top brands, and those are just bread and butter brands. Those are my top brands that I sell. Again, and on Nifty, you can figure that out because you have your analytics. So highly recommend it. I thrifted in central Pennsylvania. Oh, Hershey. And cannot find a piece of Ralph Lauren to save my life. Do you think it's because the area I'm in? I feel like you find a lot of it. I do. I do feel like different areas have different things. Again, if I go outside Indianapolis, which is a metropolitan city, and I don't find Ralph Lauren really a lot. I find more of, Ariat and Carhartt and Wrangler and Levi's, that sort of thing. Because we have a lot of country here and farmland. I know I'm finding the Ralph Lauren stuff, but when I'm in the city, I do. And when I'm in Chicago, I do as well. Am I supposed to share my closet daily on Poshmark? I just started. Thanks. So again, going back to Nifty, again, try Nifty for free. Look, go to surfsupfinds.com and you can try Nifty for free right there and 15% off your first month. So try it for free, but we'll go over to Nifty. And that's not Nifty. You go to your dashboard and it does it all for you. So it shares everything in the background. So it's got an AI automation tool. It does all your sharing for you, sends out offers, and does all your following. So it does all that stuff for you in the background, including on the other websites. So I don't even worry about it. But yeah, you have to share on Poshmark. It's like a big thing. So worth getting that. Plus, as your cross-lister and all that. Charles Tyworth, white shirts are $22, $25 move instantly. Is that true, Nick? The white ones? Huh. All right. I don't really pick that brand up anymore. I need to start looking more at the white ones. There's your ground advantage. So everyone right now, take a screenshot if you're on your phone. Write it down, 800-610-8734. And come back to the 41-50 minute mark. And that's when I spoke about it. The jeans are priced at $829. It's hard to pick up any at that price. Yeah, same here, Faith. It's hard. $799, $829. It's hard to pick those up. So it's just not what I pick up. That's why I said if they were. So what is Brooks Brothers shirts, Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, stuff like that. That's what I can pick up for that. But if I could, I would do the Surf's Up method with those jeans as well. I scored a ton of Levi or a ton of A jeans at the bins because resellers aren't usually looking for the bread and butter. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. A lot of people, and I get it, especially if you're part-time or whatever. People like big bangers. They want that big banger money. I totally get it. But once you've been doing this business long enough, you realize the bread and butter stuff pays the bills. You know, those $20, $22 sales every day, you're making $10 to $12 on, those will pay the bills. Obviously, then you get those $200 jackets. That's great, but that's not what happens very often for me. And hopefully you guys can find a source where you can get those all the time. Hey, appreciate you sharing something new every time. I appreciate you coming in here. Thanks, Susie. Yeah, always try to. And there you go. If you're on Facebook, go over to Facebook. There's all your information you need to do. Thank you, Shelly, for inputting that for the community. Everything you need right there. Appreciate that. Calling right now. There you go. Whenever I pull my top brands, it's funny because I pass on 90% of the items in my top brands. True. So let's go over there. My top brands that I sell. Let's see. Oh, analytics, not that. Obviously, I need to cross-list some of these. So here's your cross-lister. I just cross-listed a Poshmark on most of these items, but that's how quick you cross-list over to Mercari, whatever. But yeah, I just cross-listed to those. Analytics, go back over, insights. Last 4 weeks, we'll do custom. Let's see. Or last 3 months. Levi's. I pass over 99% of Levi's. Nike. I pass over 99% of Nike. I pass over so much Brooks Brothers pants and stuff. Polo Ralph Lauren, it just depends. I don't pass over a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren. Good morning, Ben Beautiful. Looking beautiful this morning. Thanks for your help. Appreciate you guys. I really appreciate all the kind comments recently. Like to be positive over here and all that sort of thing. Got to be kind. Got to be positive. So many negative things. I swear. Like I talked about this the other day. I was always raised two things you don't talk about with people: politics and religion. And that's what everyone's talking about right now. And it's just drama. Everything's drama. I feel like if we just talk more positive stuff and bring more positive stuff in our lives, it would just be better. I don't know. Whatever. But if you like that stuff, so be it. I'm excited to receive my Whatnot package from you. Hopefully today. Thanks again. Hey, appreciate you. I hope it's everything that you wanted it to be. I always get nervous with Whatnot. I was talking to Bearden about that because he does so much Whatnot. And I'm like, I'm always nervous. He's like, how long does it take you to pack? I'm like, it takes me 2 hours. He's like, what? Like, yeah, I want to make sure everything is right. I want to make sure every order I get right. I don't want to mess anything up, especially since I don't do them that often. Good morning, Festive. I found a good flip last week, Wi-Fi router thing. Don't know much about it. I bought it for $15 at the thrift, sold it for a couple days for $144. Yeah, so Wi-Fi routers, there's older ones and newer ones, and there are definitely some that go for good money. And to be honest, some of them, one of the brands I found from watching J-Ride flips. But yeah, you can look those up easy. Just look up the SKU on the back on eBay. You'll find it quick. You pretty much need a bot for Poshmark. It needs consistent activity. Posh is legitimately a brick without consistent activity. Yeah. So there you go. Answers the question. That's what I've always heard. Nifty is a freaking game changer. It is, Shelly. I would 100% agree with you with that. So highly recommend it for everybody. Every time I'm on live, I talk about it and people bring it up. Highly recommend it. More than, photos, Nifty, like good photos, good pieces and prices in Nifty and promoting your listings. Like those are really important things. And if it's, and people complain, I've heard like people message me like Nifty's expensive or whatever. Like if you're listing consistently, it pays for itself quick. Plus I write it off against my profits at the end of the year. So it's free. Basically just got my Ground Advantage supplies, emailed them. My order worked, even though they never replied to the email. I just received the boxes a couple of weeks after send. Okay, so it took a couple of weeks. That's good. So I don't have to really count on that email coming. I'll just see if they show up. That's good. Knowing I called and these showed up in like 3 days tells me that there's some sort of hub near me. I do live in Indianapolis, which is, they call it the Crossroads of America. So I'm sure I do have some hub near me. Our stores here in Denver have $2 jean sales a couple times a year. I stock up. Oh, heck yeah, I would too, for sure. Hey there, good morning. What's up? Good morning from New Jersey. What's up, New Jersey? This is Gillespie's mom at the eBay conference. What's up, girl? Why are you always, Robin? You always introduce yourself. I see your face. What's up, girl? Just want to pop in and say I hope you're doing well. One of my favorite people met at you and your son at the conference. Appreciate you coming in and saying hi. Good AM. What's up, KC Flip? KC Flip and Fold. Good morning. Kansas City, by the way, KC. I feel like they flipped a switch. I feel like they flipped a switch. Like we're getting this season back in order and we're going to make a run. On the drama front, people just need to go outside. We lose sight of the peaceful and country, all the peaceful the country is overall is outside the social media and news bubble telling you everything is not. And Nick, I totally agree with you. I think the news and media and people on social media want to act like we live in the worst place in the world. I mean, we are so fortunate. Most of us that live in this country, so fortunate. Yeah, go outside, go on a walk. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't take much Bearded Thrifter time to ship because his wife does it all. Pam, you're right. His wife does it all. He had a Whatnot show Monday night, and then yesterday morning he showed up in Indy, and his wife does it all. But they are a duo, right? So that's the thing. He does the selling and the sourcing, and she does the shipping. And I think she's fine with that piece because that's her job. She does the shipping, and that's her job. They're having a baby here in within the next couple 2 to 4 weeks. So they'll be busy with that. I also took my time with packing Whatnot orders. Yeah, I do. I just do. You're doing, for me, I'm doing one show every once in a while. I've got to make it right. I learned to pay better attention when cross-listing. Mercari auto-populates shipping price of $80 for a large decorated feather pillow. Oh my gosh. The buyer messaged me and said they couldn't afford shipping. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah, so what we're talking about is when you do cross list, maybe go to your inventory. And when you cross list an item, make sure this is on Mercari. Let's look at the pricing for the shipping. Shipping, okay, $7.97. That sounds about right. So if you want to, you can go down and make sure all the shipping looks pretty correct. But I guess if you're listing the same items often, you're probably not going to run into too many issues. Like I'm always listing these are probably going to be the same price always. But if you're listing like a pillow or something different, might be good to double check, make sure you're cross-listing the right thing. Obviously, I have some cross-listing to catch up on. You fixed the issue when they bought the pillow. Good. Good morning. How much is Nifty, that monthly or annually? So, Joseph, good question. Let me see if I can get to Nifty pricing. Okay. Oops, something went wrong. Pricing. I can't, this is what it shows me when I go to pricing. I can't figure it out. So, basically, there's so many options now with Nifty. When I first started, I didn't cross list. I was just on eBay. And so I was just on eBay. Let me type this back in. It's the way I know. And I was only doing this. I was only doing this automation, sending out offers and recreates. And I think that's like $20 or $25 a month to do that on just eBay or just Poshmark. If you're just on those platforms, it's like $20, $25 a month. If you want to do automation on all the platforms, it might be like $30 or $35 a month. If you just want to do cross listing, it's like $40 or something. But I recommend doing both, especially because you get like your spreadsheet and your analytics and all that sort of thing. And if you want this AI bulk generator or whatever, but I would do both. You need to have the dashboard. You need to have the automation and you want a cross list. That's the whole point of having a cross lister. You need to do both. I think the price is between $70 and $90, depending on how much you want. I do monthly. And I kind of recommend, especially if you're starting out, doing monthly because you can change it. You might do the expensive one and might see like, oh, I'm not actually cross-listing or listing that many items. I can decrease my plan. Or maybe I just want to start small and then increase my plan. You're not locked in. But whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Praying for Kansas City. You don't really, I mean, they proved themselves. You don't have to pray too much for them. I only have 247 items listed on eBay. What is the best Nifty plan to get when you just started with it? Faith, perfect amount. Honestly, again, I'm going to tell you right now, I do the automation and the cross listing. You want to cross list to multiple platforms. And when you're on Poshmark and some of those multiple platforms, you need that automation. You have to have that sharing. And then you want it to send out offers. Do both. Do the cheapest of both. Whatever the cheapest package is of both, I think it might be $69. I don't know what it is exactly. Do the cheapest package for the combination. I'm telling you, you will make your money back quick. Cross-listing alone. Good morning. Happy hump day. What's up? Happy hump day. If you ever have health and beauty supplies at your thrift, there are some great bread and butter items. I Google Lens it now. Past week I picked up sealed. All have already sold. Yes. Bearded and I talked about that as well. I know you guys follow Tuition Ain't Cheap. Her name's Amanda. That's like a lot of the stuff she buys sells so well. Expired, any of that stuff sells really well if you can find that sort of thing. Especially at garage sales and stuff. You can find someone that has like a box of it. Good. In the past, I've always passed on LL Bean and Eddie Bauer, but not lately with the fall and winter. Yeah, LL Bean, I prefer LL Bean over Eddie Bauer, but I still will pick up some Eddie Bauer. LL Bean's a great seller. Not everything, but there's so many items within LL Bean that sell well. Be careful on the Mercari change. They will charge dimensional weight. If your dimensions are true, even if they are 3-pound pillow, they'll back charge you. Ooh, okay, so be careful. Even if you change the weight, they'll still back charge you. I just cross-list clothing over there for the most part. How do I check if All my eBay listings are set up for international shipping. I thought I selected it as an option, but I think somehow sorry, it clicked on it, went up on me. Somehow all locations got excluded. Can you bulk edit to turn this on? I don't know. Let's go over to eBay real quick. Guys, you know, this is what we do. So if you're in here, this is what we do. We're going to go to sell. The way I know how to bulk edit is we're going to go to our listings right here. We're going to go to actions, edit all 839 listings. I keep getting to 850 and I just can't stay there. And then we're going to click that. And it's going to select all of our listings for bulk editing. Now we're going to see delivery, shipping policy. You might have to go to your shipping policies and change it to international, package details, condition, item description, item location, payment policy. That's good. If you move, you can change your item location on everything. That's pretty cool. Listing upgrades, volume pricing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Sorry. Make sure you use this link. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, it definitely helps out the channel. Obviously, I get a kickback if you use my link on Nifty. So that helps. Not the end of the world if you don't at all. You know, just trust me, Nifty is great. It's great. Kansas City reminds me of the late Tom Brady. For sure, Patriot teams. Come playoff times. Nick, totally. I almost said it. Flipping a switch. Tom Brady can literally flip a switch. I felt like Peyton Manning could flip a switch almost to 100%, but Tom Brady could go 100%, regardless of the regular season. Yep. When it comes towards the playoff, they just flip a switch. I've had Nifty for 2 months now and started paying for itself immediately, just with my Poshmark sales, which I couldn't do without it. Yeah, 100% agree. Again, I'm not telling people to say this. It's true. It's 100% true. Got Nifty and liking it a lot. Having a problem with the labels printing too small on Poshmark. Any ideas? So that's when you go to Poshmark, you'll have to change the label. I remember having to do that too. It's been a while ago when I first started cross-listing. I had to change it the size of when I print the labels. I'm not sure. I bet there is some sort of like Reddit forum about how to do that. Good question. Mine still print really small on Mercari, but it still scans, so I haven't changed it. It works. Will Nifty pick up your eBay sales that sold before you got to Nifty for your spreadsheet? No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I think Kway asked Neha that question. Who's the Neha or the team, the Nifty team, that question? I'm not sure. So you're thinking like, will it upload all the sales from this past year? So you'll have all your spreadsheet and all your tax stuff for the past year. I'm not sure. I only sell a few items on Mercari, but it seems like they will provide payment. Is that what everyone else experiences too? And waiting on feedback just to get paid. Yes. So on Mercari, usually you have to wait until they get it. It's like 4 hours or something, or feedback after they get it. And then once you leave that, once it gives you the option to leave them feedback, you do that and you get paid right away. Eddie Bauer first ascent jackets are really fast for me. Yes, Eddie Bauer first ascent pants, jackets, vests, blazers, all that. How were your sales for September? Sales for September were not great. Again, if you guys been watching from like eBay open until maybe the last week, I did not list a ton. I really slacked in listing. Shame on me. So they weren't that great. And it's a direct response to me not listing as much. So my sales were not the best, but they'll pick up. For example, I sold all those Polo Ralph Lauren shirts in like 3 days. I just listed them this weekend. Just got to keep listing. This is like a military shirt, military with the ripstop. It has the weird pockets on it. And kind of looks like side boob. But this sold on eBay. I'm going to send out one of these poly mailers, especially as I have 200 coming. There you go. Helping each other out. Peyton Manning goes to our church in Colorado. Yeah, why is he living in I get it. Colorado's a cool place to live. You got the mountains. It's just a cool place to live. I know he won a Super Bowl there. But Indy's his home. That's cool though. He goes to your church. Yeah, I remember he went to a church. Like Indianapolis, you don't have like celebrities. So those are celebrities, the athletes. Remember, he went to a church called St. Luke, I'm pretty sure. All right. Those are eBay sales. Have more sales to do. So I have a Depop. Strangely enough, a Depop sale. And Nick, this will be up your alley. Well, kind of. I think you're a Sox fan. Okay, so you guys are talking good. Rain Spooner Cubs shirt, all over print. Rain Spooner Cubs, all over print. I think it's a size small. It's a size medium. Rain Spooner, it's men's. Rain Spooner shirt, all over Cubs print. This sold on Depop for $28. $28 on the Depop. And I'll ship that in just a ground one of my poly mailers. I'll be good. Don't want to go through all of my ground advantage yet. I'll do one here, one there. One here, one there. Now the next sales are Poshmark. So I just picked this up. I think you guys saw the video where I picked this up. I did like a car haul. It's Nike. It's got an older tag, and I did find comps on this. And so I kind of based it off of comps, and it sold quickly. Maybe I sold it a little bit too cheap, but this is a vintage Nike. I think it's a perfect time of year for this. It sold for $36. I took a best offer at $36. Great. Paid $5 for it. $36. Fine with that. Go Cubs. Neil says, go Cubs. Yeah, I'm a Cubs fan too. If I had to pick a baseball team, it'd be the Cubs. I don't really watch them, but that's the team I'd pick. I didn't make my listing goals for September. I don't want to block you, dang. But I'm still happy with what I done. I tried again for October. 450 listings. That is great. 100, what is that? Like 110 almost a week? 110 a week. That is really good. Those are good listing goals. Those are really good listing goals. Keep it up, Faith. And just because you don't hit it, great. That's fine. You still listed a ton. I know you and Nick listed a ton. I had a double sell of an item. It happened. Yep. Took the sale on eBay and refunded on Depop. Will Nifty update the Depop refund? If not, is there a way to edit it on Nifty for bookkeeping purchases? Good question, Mandy. That has happened to me before, but it hasn't happened to me in a long time. I think it gives you like 15 minutes. Let's go look and see on Nifty. Sales detection, or actually settings. Okay. When an item sells on a connected marketplace, we'll update your inventory manager within 15 minutes. So within 15 minutes, it usually updates for sales detection. I would contact Nifty customer support on that one. That's the best place. They'll give you a direct, good answer for that. Good morning, dude. 20 thrift stores. How did you do that? What's up, Justin? 20 thrift stores. I tried to count them last night. I'm pretty sure it was 20. We just are in and out. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, you guys know I'm a fast-paced person anyways. In and out. Another one of those all-white Polo thrift stores. I know, Nick. Crazy, right? Or Polo thrift stores. Polo Ralph Lauren white shirts. This one, again, has the numbers, not the letters. All white, crispy, dry cleaned. Dry clean. See the little dry clean tag at the bottom? I did keep that on there. That sold for $20 on Poshmark. Let me go out in one of these boys. Not surprised to hear that you were a teacher before going into full-time reselling. What did you teach? So I taught a few things. I graduated college in 2008, 9, one of those years. And that was during the great financial crisis, right? And so everyone was keeping their jobs. All the teachers, I went to school for PE and special education. All the teachers were keeping their jobs. No one was retiring. So I went into the school being an IA, instructional assistant or teacher helper. So I did that for a full year. And then I talked to one of the assistant. Actually, I talked to the superintendent, and there was an opening. They were cutting positions, and they cut an assistant principal at one of the elementary schools. The elementary school had like 500 kids in it. which might sound a lot to you guys, but it's kind of one of the smaller ones at the district I work in. And they cut the assistant principal and they made a position called campus monitor, which was me. So I did all the assistant principal stuff. So like I did all the buses, the buses coming in, the bus duty, bus referrals, bus dismissals. I did all the discipline, all the parent contact stuff, a lot of lunch duties, all that sort of things. I did that for 2 years. And then my dream job came open in the district I work in, which Pike was, or in Pike, and Brock right here is one of my students. It was called adapted PE. So I taught PE to students, most students. Brock went to both. I taught PE to students that that didn't go to regular gen ed PE for a number of different reasons. So that's what I taught from about 2013 or 12, something like that, all the way till 2001 or 2, whenever I left. So that's what I taught. Anyone here sell comic books? I bought a few over, went out from the 40s, just sold. What are the 40s called? What do they call those? Is that the Silver Age or Golden Age? There's a Golden Age of comics, a Silver Age of comics. Just sold one for 42. The other ones I listed for a lot more. If the condition isn't great, how much should I? So Festa Flipper, one time I bought a collection of probably over 2,000 comic books, and I just comped them out as I went. You can even look for like if you find like X-Men from 1984 and you have like all of them, there are a couple that might be worth more than the others. And then I just lotted the rest up. Condition does make a big difference, especially with the more expensive ones. But yeah, it just depends. Like I had Black Panther, first edition of Black Panther, and I had like the first showing of Daredevil. I still have that one. Hulk issue 1. Lots of different good ones. Morning, I'm late. I sell a double Ralph Lauren numbered shirts and put the title equal to XL or large, whichever it is. Check this out, Audra. I know you do, and I think that's why I do it now too. So let's look at our inventory. Let's look at sales detection. Let's see. Look, double XL. Look at me. Look at me. I do it too now. So there's the actual size of the shirt, 2XL. Where's my other one? Polo Ralph Lauren. Look, 2XL. Okay, that's a regular one. Look, 2XL with the number right there. I've been doing it too. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for the advice. The Golden Age started in 1938. So that would have been like the Superman 1, where he's got the car, like the car on his head. That's a super expensive comic. I have three messages that came in. Oh my gosh, this guy. You guys want to see? Look at these messages. I'll just show you real quick. That's it. That's it, by the way. But let's look at these messages. Over on eBay. I don't care if you guys see it. I don't care. My eBay messages. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. Here's a person. $39.99 for these dress shoes. They're alligator and lizard. Okay. And I price these at the bottom end of the market with my new little background. I love these shoes. Please help my purchase my dream shoes. I'll pay $30 cash. Please update. God bless you. Please change shipping to a different way. It's $15. It's a bit too high. I can't even come close to 15 for shipping, is what I said. I want the shoes. I send money to you right away. God bless you. Appreciate all that. I paid $25. Please send off. Oh, sorry, that the offer I meant 26, but 1. Can you do on shipping? I mean, shipping is set by you, and this is more than what I usually put. USPS. I have no control on these shoes. I don't, because I ship in priority. The price is set. Maybe you can find a pair in your price range. God bless. And send. Ha! Ha! I crack myself up sometimes. Good morning from nice fall weather in New Jersey. What's up, fall weather, New Jersey? It's still summer here in Indiana. You missed comments to say hi to Brennan. Look above. What's up, Brennan? What's up? What's up, Pam and Brennan? What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. What's up, Brennan? Welcome in. We're going to have a great day. It's a sunny day. Going to get working. Going to do some YouTube videos and going to go exercise today. So that's what's up. Brad Leatherman is a roller coaster right now. Brock, what was your favorite game in PE with me? We'll leave on that one. Brock, what was your favorite game in PE with me? Let's see if it's the one I think he's gonna say. What was your favorite part of PE? Maybe not game. What was your favorite part of PE? I brought a couple and adapted PE at the high school. I added 2 more parts that the kids never did before, which I thought was really cool. Oh my gosh, I know, isn't that funny? What I don't know, I cry myself, God bless. If you sell them, you're gonna get them returned. I know those shoes, they're gonna return. They're my dream shoes, but they're a quarter size too small. They're upgrading it. Oh, your internet's down, but they're upgrading it. Hopefully you get that fiber. Fiber's good. Upgrading something, got you. 80s this weekend, and my toe's not broken. Woohoo! Let's go. I'm glad your toe's not broken. Yeah, our weather is gonna be warm again, and I'm fine with it. Actually, next week, by the way, guys, next week I'll be gone. I'll be in Florida. So I wish it was cold. What's going on, Trisha? Yesterday I had Torchy's tacos. I had 2 tipsy chicks. Guys, don't judge me. 2 tipsy chicks. Had the Wrangler, which is their breakfast burrito with brisket. Delicious. Don't overlook that even if it's for dinner. And then the Tailgater, which is new. It's a limited edition one, limited time one. It's like buffalo sauce spicy with blue cheese because blue cheese is the bomb. I am coming to Florida. I'm coming to Disney next week, Tuesday to Saturday with the family. All right, Brock, if you're not going to comment back, then I'm going to head out. Let's get back to the Florida comments. Yeah, I'll be in Disney. So hit me up. I'll be in Disney, staying at the Swan. See if Wayne actually comes over. But that's it, everybody. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. I am going to do a thrift haul video of everything I found with Bearded. I'm going to do that like right after this. Hopefully upload it today as well.